Welcome to the Human 5.0 Project, the podcast where we cut straight to the breakthroughs that matter, the show where science meets self-optimization. I'm your host, Ultimate Biohacker 10X, and here we break down the real research, real data, and real dosing behind modern biohacking, from compounds and peptides to techniques, devices, lifestyle strategies, and performance protocols. Most people jump in and jump out before they get the gold, so we're keeping it tight and delivering the essential insights you need without the fluff. If you've taken the time to hit play, we'll make sure you walk away with valuable knowledge that can transform your approach to longevity, health optimization, and beyond. What's up, legends? Welcome back to the Human 5.0 Project, the show where we turn cutting-edge science into real-world upgrades. I am your host, the Ultimate Biohacker 10X, and today we are talking about the single most important molecule in your body that nobody ever taught you about in school, NAD+. You drop your NAD+ to zero, you're dead in 30 seconds. Flatline, game over. But keep it high, you get faster recovery, sharper brain, cleaner metabolism, and, according to the latest longevity labs, a serious shot at staying biologically younger for longer. We're breaking it all down today. What NAD+ actually does, why it tanks with age, the 5 main precursors, NMN, NR, Niacin, NADH, and Niacinamide, which one wins for you, exact dosing, killer stacks, and the 2025 research you need to know. Let's roll. So what is NAD+, and why should you even care? Well, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide is the universal fuel currency inside every single one of your cells. Mitochondria, they don't run on hopes and dreams, they run on NAD+. Sirtuins, your longevity genes, they need NAD+ to switch on. PARP enzymes that repair your DNA after sun exposure or a hard workout, they guzzle NAD like it's free beer at a wedding. Here's the brutal truth. At age 20, you're swimming in it. Tons of NAD. By age 50, you're down roughly half. By 70, sometimes 70 to 80% depleted. That drop is directly tied to slower recovery after training, brain fog, poor sleep, stubborn belly fat that won't bulge, higher inflammation, and accelerated aging at the cellular level. So boosting NAD+ isn't optional if you're serious about performing and aging like a legend. It's foundational. Ladies and gentlemen, the NAD+ Precursor Showdown. Let's meet the 5 contenders that actually raise NAD+ inside human tissues. NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, one chemical step away from NAD+, is the fastest tissue uptake, especially sublingual. It's a Sinclair lab favorite, massive mouse data on insulin sensitivity, vascular health, and endurance. 2025 human trials are showing improved NAD+ in muscle and blood within hours. Nicotinamide riboside converts NMN to NAD+, the first precursor to get GRAS studies from the FDA. Chromodex's True Niagen, the most clinically studied in humans. It shines for muscle recovery, cognition, in people who get stomach issues with NMN. Niacin, or nicotinic acid, that's the OG. Old school vitamin B3, causes the famous flush. It's best for cardiovascular health and raising NAD+ via the salvage pathway. It's cheap, proven, and still used in lipid clinics at 500 to 2,000 milligrams. NADH, the reduced form. It's a direct energy carrier. It's helpful for chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and brain fog. It's not the best long-term NAD+ builder, but gives an immediate battery charge kind of feel. Niacinamide, no flush version of B3, raises NAD+, but can inhibit sirtuins at very high doses. Perfect in small amounts, maybe 50 to 300 milligrams, as part of a stack. And the winner is, well, it's a little nuanced. For beginners, nicotinamide riboside is the gentlest with the most human data. For hardcore longevity, NMN sublingual or oral at 500 to 1,000 milligrams. For budget and cardio health, low-dose niacin. All right, how about some dosing protocols that actually work? Morning is king. NAD+ follows a circadian rhythm. NMN, 500 to 1,000 milligrams sublingual or capsules first thing in the morning. Nicotinamide riboside, 300 to 600 milligrams with or without food. Niacin, 50 to 100 milligrams with a meal, or 25 milligrams if you hate the flush. NADH, 10 to 20 milligrams sublingual when energy crashes. Niacinamide, 100 to 250 milligrams in split doses. Cycle? Most run 6 to 12 months straight, then reassess blood work, homocysteine, methylation markers. No need to cycle off unless you feel overmethylated. Now, of course, you can get some synergies and stacks that give you 10x results, and this is where it gets fun. So how about NMN and transresveratrol, or pterostilbene? This activates sirtuins like crazy. Or nicotinamide riboside and creatinine 5 grams. Talking ATP regeneration on steroids. Any NAD precursor plus trimethylglycine, 500 to 1,000 milligrams, that will actually help protect methylation. NMN and SLU-PP332, exercise and cellular energy, double whammy. NAD stack plus 16-8 fasting. Well, the fasting already spikes the NAD+, and the precursors just amplify it. How about IV NAD+, 500 to 1,000 milligrams once a month for the reset crowd in all of you. Elite athletes and execs I work with, NMN 1 gram sublingual and resveratrol and TMG every morning. NR in the afternoon if they train hard, 0 crashes, and insane recovery. And here's the one that's absolutely blowing up this year in private clinic and pro athlete circles. It's called the mitochondrial overdrive stack, and it adds one sneaky compound that makes everything else hit harder. 5-amino-1-MQ. And let me tell you something. I love this compound. 5-amino-1-MQ is a small molecule NNMT inhibitor. Translation, it blocks the enzyme that normally hoards methyl groups and turns you into a fat-storing machine. When you pair it with NMN in the morning, you get 2 massive wins. NMN floods the NAD plus salvage pathway. 5-amino-1-MQ frees up methyl donors and forces your body into fat oxidation mode. So the new NAD plus is used for energy and repair instead of getting bottlenecked. So real-world dosing, 50 to 100 milligrams of 5-amino-1-MQ with your 750 to 1,000 milligrams morning NMN. Take both fasted. By evening, the 5-amino-1-MQ is mostly cleared, so you can hit it with a 20 to 50 milligram sub-Q NAD shot at night. No competition. Result? People are reporting insane morning energy, visible fat loss in stubborn areas, and the deepest sleep of their lives from the PM NAD+. This is currently the most requested custom stack I build for clients who want to stay lean while pushing NAD+ to the absolute ceiling. All right, so let's take a look at the longevity angle. Why does this really matter? Well, the top longevity peeps all agree. Restoring NAD+ is one of the few interventions that hits multiple hallmarks of aging at once. Get this: DNA repair, mitochondrial turnover, inflammation control, epigenetic stability, and insulin sensitivity. Now, we're not promising immortality, right? But the human data rolling in the last year and a half is ridiculously promising for Healthspan. And you know what Healthspan is. And if you've forgotten or you haven't heard of it before, it's actually how well you're living your life on this planet. So there it is, legends, your complete NAD Plus Masterclass. Pick your precursor, stack smart, and watch your cellular batteries recharge. If you want the exact shopping list and blood work panel I use with clients, head to biohackerdepot.com. There'll be a link in the description, and you can get research-grade molecules at peptidesphere.com. Drop a comment. How do you respond to these? Smash subscribe, share this one with a friend who needs more energy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay charged, stay legendary, and you thought I was done. Here's some bonus material. The Ultimate 2025 Mitochondrial Overdrive Stack. Here's the exact daily protocol a lot of the high performers I work with are running right now when they want maximum NAD plus with zero interference. Morning. Fasted right when you wake up. NMN 750 to 1000 sublingual. Hold under the tongue 60 to 90 seconds. If you can't do that, just take a gram and you're fine. 5-amino 1-MQ, 50 to 100 milligram capsules. This is optional but insane synergy. Blocks NNMT, forces fat oxidation, and spares methyl groups so NMN can convert to NAD plus without methylation drag. Why morning? Peak NAD plus synthesis aligns with your circadian clock, and 5-amino 1-MQ has a 6 to 8 hour half-life, so it clears the stage by evening. And then evening pre-bed, at least 8 to 10 hours later, sub-Q NAD plus 50 milligrams, pharmacy compounded or research grade in the lower abdomen, glute, or delt. It's 100% bioavailable NAD with zero conversion steps. No competition with morning NMN because the salvage pathway is already saturated and the transporters are free again. Users report the deepest sleep and the next day fully charged feeling. And then we got the support crew in this stack. Anytime during the day. Trimethylglycine, 1,000 milligrams, covers any methyl demand from 5-amino 1-MQ. Resveratrol, or pterostilbene, 250 to 500 milligrams, with a fat source. This lights up sirtuins while NAD plus is sky high. Result? Morning NMN and 5-amino 1-MQ gives you the upstream flood and fat burning bonus. Evening sub-Q NAD plus is the direct injection that finishes the job when cellular uptake receptors are wide open again. Zero waste, zero overlap, maximum mitochondrial horsepower. That's the current 2025 Elite Stack. No IVs, no crashes, just pure cellular energy dominance. I'm out. Thanks for listening to the Human Upgrade Project. If you found value in today's episode, share it with someone who's ready to elevate their biology. Make sure to follow the show for weekly deep dives into peptides, protocols, devices, lifestyle strategies, and the science of high-performance longevity. Until next time, stay curious, stay optimized, and stay 10x.